Let's see. 2.5 months now so far on the Moans, a full-blown regime. That's 5 milligram of Premarin, 400 milligram of Prometrium, and 300 milligrams of spironolactone. And oh my god, I knew perfectly well what to expect when I started. Externally, but not internally. I simply thought that I'd finally be able to cry for once, or perhaps learn how to be a little more sensitive to other people's feelings. First, for anyone interested, I'll run through the external changes. Nipple tenderness at 2.5 weeks, pec muscles have practically liquefied and are now squished central. Nipples are becoming pointy, and the whole area is swollen. I've already been yelled at several times for not wearing a shirt around the house. There's also a roundness on both sides and on the bottoms of each breast. I could even jump up and down and make them jiggle. Legs, or should I say, jello. I used to be totally buff from all those engine swaps, but my calves and thighs have since doubled in size and are becoming silky and squishy. I still can't believe they're really my legs, and hair almost ceases to grow on them now. Wait, I've lost nearly 20-something pounds in the first month alone, despite my eating like a pig. I went from 150 to 125 pounds, and I'm still dropping. Pretty soon, my girlfriend will be able to kick my ass, but let's not tell her that. I already lost a lot of fat from under my chin area, and my skin no longer breaks out. Instead, it now dries up and falls off. Even my biceps and shoulders seem to have shrunk some. I could now wear a string tank top and actually look cute in it. I could even shop in the junior section and come out with something that fits. I guess because I'm only 23, are the hormones playing so strong. But now for the doozy. Never in a billion years did I expect my inner person to change so greatly. They're not kidding when they say that while on hormones, your body turns 13 again. I would have never expected such changes to occur in the way I feel about life and love. It's as if elves came into my room while I was asleep and tore down my emotional wall. I was even hit out of the blue recently by a feeling of sadness after an argument with Bettina. Yeah, I cry, but it's not like I expected. I'm becoming so dependent on Bettina for support that it's starting to scare me. As a guy, I didn't really care much if I lost a girlfriend, as I was always able to find another. But now, I actually do care. I simply used to ride the wave of new relationships every week. However, now, I couldn't care less about sex, which is probably a good thing, considering that Bettina said she'll never sleep with me again. She says she can't handle my crying every time we do it. Overall, I seem to have become a lot more aware of other people's feelings, as well as becoming a lot more sensitive myself. I'm also now conscious of how taxing this must be on Bettina to be dealing with this. She's always been straight, but now she's trying to deal with becoming a lesbian. She also has this thing where she always needs to be in the bathroom with me, so she sees me pee and I see her. But if she sees me stand, she's out like a rocket. She said she can't handle seeing a girl stand to pee. Same with my voice. Sometimes I like to show people what I used to sound like, but as soon as she hears it, she's out of the room faster than greased lightning. I guess I never really took the time out to consider how hard my transition could be on someone else. I'm beginning to notice a lot of things I never really thought about before. There is apparently a caring side of me that no one knew existed, not even myself. Now, little by little, I'm relearning everything. The shit guys do without even realizing it is not always acceptable as a girl, if at all. My therapist says I'm shaping up to be a real bitch, and she's even called me one on multiple occasions. I guess I still have a lot of learning to do about curbing those old guy habits. I've been told by the women at work that girls are supposed to be quiet and obedient in public, unlike men, and that I need to learn to not always say what's on my mind, and watch how I say things to begin with. Anywho, beyond all that, I'm due for a nose job on December 27th. Everyone said I don't need it. Maybe I don't, but it sucks wanting to be as pretty as possible. So to conclude to this rant, if anyone were to go through this without being GID, they'd surely go insane. It's as if someone unplugged a microchip that ran my old body and plugged it into this new one, but they never erased all the old data. Hormones will undoubtedly change your life. In fact, you know how some of those pissed off housewives cut their husbands' dicks off while they sleep? Well, instead of doing that, try grinding up some anti-androgens and putting them in his food. After a month of that, do the same with a moderate dose of estrogens and watch as he loses his freaking mind as he becomes a woman. I think the effects of that would be far more reaching than lopping off his wiener. Yeah, the estrogens were taking control of my body a little faster than I was able to keep up with, so Bettina and I decided to start documenting the changes on film. In fact, I saved all of them and made a nice little collage. I think I have it right here.